overall, my expectations are this is going to be a very team fight focused game, Betty.
Definitely seems like that. I favor Giant X's comp a little bit more just because of the range advantage that they have, and I don't think top side of the map. Remember that Grubs are spawning in about 25 seconds. Humanoid, again, with good pressure in the mid lane matchup. CS advantage is coming across the board as the ultimate comes down from Oscar.
Yeah, the equalizer down. Lott's going to try and dash his way away from this with the skip and slash, but Oscar flashes. Flame Spit is enough, and he survives as well with the triumph. Oscar triumphant for Drake. Bot lane though for Mickey. An upset has been going softly so far. Really comes online when you get towards that 6. Obviously, combination of the Feather Storm and the quickness so powerful for that 2v2. It's one of the reasons Khan is sought after. Jackie's going to jump in here. We'll get the reset as that explosive shot goes off. Looking for a little bit more damage. Has the buster shot as well, but doesn't quite do 300. Isma waiting around the corner as Razzle begins to step forward. He flashes for it, and I don't think he was expecting Isma to be waiting in the wings. He'll dash away though. Jackie's surviving from now. Does have a flash of his own. Will use it across the wall. The collapse beginning to come in as Mickey can move from the bot lane first. Jun's going to try and stop him though, and will do so with the staggering blows. Hooks Mickey, but not before the grand entrance does get the knock-up. Isma's going to die to Humanoid. Mickey falling low. He'll dash back. That Ignite's going to be enough. The honey fruit, the honey fruit, the honey fruit for Mickey. Gobbles. It's hard to tell when you just cut to the action and then you see someone jumping in like that. I was also
just listening to someone rant
about Yone, yeah. But I'm just trying to embody the general audience. As Humanoid does go in onto Lot here. Remember, no flash, no ghost for Lot. The Needle Work coming out. Exhaust on Humanoid's almost enough. Lot almost cuts down Humanoid, but in the end won't be able to survive the onslaught of Razzle. 3-0 now to Fnatic.
Kills. Chico's very British, I will say.
Honestly, it's a proper noun. They can pick how they want it to be pronounced. That's what I do with Warwick, even though it should be Warwick.
Razok is ready to contest this.
That he is. Going to come around the corner. Upset's on his way as well. Razzle flashing in. The Drake secured. Isma flashes away. And the chase continues, though, with the quickness coming out. Isma, now with no flash, is down. Upset gets the kill. It's 4-0. And although, you know, Isma
going for that tower and a potential misplay.
One of the small risks for Fnatic is that they are 2 dragons down and the third one up in a minute and a half. A big risk for Mickey, though, is with that buster shot following. It's enough for Giant X to get on the board for the first time here in spring.
Bit of a misplay there from Mickey.
Razzle is looking for some pressure down towards this bottom side. A minute on the Drake. Some vision in here would help them out a lot. Upset's on his way up towards the top lane, and Lot is in a lot of bother. A spot of it, perhaps, as Upset chases him down. There's the root, and even through everything that Lot can do, Oscar Inin actually picks up the kill in the end with the Lian. This doesn't really want to use the smite unless he has a second charge waiting, which he might, and he does, as he smites the Rift Herald. Hex Flash into the hook. They dive onto Mickey immediately. He's stunned up, he's locked down, and Giant X get a quick kill, a pick kill on the Fnatic support, and because of that, Fnatic realize they can't really pressure around this Drake anymore, so Giant X can double up on the bot side. Jun, though, with Noah, been able to find a few of these picks. Isma coming around the corner, tries to get onto Humanoid. Will be able to get the stun. He dashes back, but look at the damage running Humanoid. Quickness across the wall. TP coming in, a 3-man impale from Razzle. Humanoid falls first, but now with the equalizer burning through Isma and through Jun. That's 2 to Oscar, actually 2 to Upset. Oscar falling low though as Lot tries to dash forward, but he's interrupted by Mickey just in time to save his top laner. 3 kills to Fnatic.
Mispositioning from Humanoid turns into a massive
position to carry a fight if he is needed or required to. As Fnatic will start up the Artican, and expectations are Giant X can't really challenge. They are starting to make their way across here though. Oscar Inin has that equalizer again. Mickey's going to jump in. True Shot Barrage coming out as well. The TP behind here by Jackie's. Humanoid's a long way away. The equalizer has been popped by 1000 on the Artican. Looking to run out of patience. Humanoid now TPing up above them all as Noah dashes away. Jun getting burnt down. Jackie's already dead. And it's all gone wrong for Giant X. The smite landed by Razok as well. They'll pick up Voracious. Isma having to flash away. Noah needing to dash the wall, but the chase continues. Razok puts down the Rift Herald as they know this chase will continue. Fnatic find 3 again, and they're looking to crack through topside.
I mean, I feel like that is the final nail in the coffin for Giant X in this game 1. A convincing team fight once more, securing 3 kills, unlocking the top tier 2, the mid tier 1. The map is falling apart.
Right now, Fnatic have just taken a lane lead and absolutely blown Giant X out of the water.
They certainly have. Fnatic looking convinced to just keep punishing him, and then Humanoid just with some really nice trades onto Jackies in a matchup that should be a lot worse earlier.
Upset just blast coned into a 1v3, and Jun is the one walking away. Noah's dashing away as well. Obviously, Humanoid and Razork were waiting around the corner. They could have come in. Mickey looking for Jun, and he takes him out. Used the quickness to do so. I mean, that's the Portal combat if I've ever seen it. Oscar winning, though, getting chased down by Jackies and Isma. That will be a good shutdown to Jackies. Put some more gold in his pockets, but it's too little too late, you have to feel, as Fnatic will take another tower off this push.
So now the focus becomes Baron. Likely the last objective that Fnatic will need to close out this game. They're fishing for a pick, and they may have found one.
Jackies has to flash away, but there's the Impale again. And that Tristana is done for. Second time he's died this game, and Fnatic, they've done a really good job of finding these picks before fights, or finding these picks at the start of fights, allowing them just to set up around objectives. We saw it at the Eragon, now we'll see it around the Baron as well. Isma can look for the steal, but Mickey's hovering around the backside of the Baron to make sure that Isma can't quite get in as easily as he would like. Doesn't have the flash either. True Shot Barrage goes in, there's the Baron secured, and Fnatic will dive over the wall, and Isma immediately dies as well. 14 kills to 4, 12,500 gold, the lead for Fnatic. It is all done, but
the final towers defending the base, the inhibitors soon to fall.
Do you think when Oscar said you're number one to Noah, that Upset took it personally? He's just like, hey, I'm just not gonna die. I'm gonna have like a 3,000 gold lead by the end of the game in the isolated 1v1. Obviously, League a team game and bot lane. There wasn't too much action there in the early game. Upset taking a bit of a chunk, the Locket coming out, as well as Mickey falling low. True Shot Barrage won't be enough to kill off the Ricard. He can just dash out. Is standing on vision, but Baron Empowered Recall should be enough. Upset can use the last second of that.
Nothing can do in such limited time.
Good on you, Duff. You've transformed Fnatic from a team that wins the early game and then plays mid-games okay sometimes to a team that really wins the early game and then has played mid-game okay one time. Great job. I will say Giant X haven't left us much to wonder about as to whether they've improved a lot since winter. At least off this game, things haven't really seemed to change for them. They had a great start to the winter split, but then really fell off as the split went on. Oh, Upset's being caught, Featherstorm coming out, double impale, and he brings the roots back, those feathers just absolutely ripping through. It's a double already for Upset, and they're looking for more. Lot, Noah, and Jun forced back to the fountain. The Nexus towers will be forfeit, as will the Nexus. Fnatic off to a flying start here in spring.
I mean, a convincing Game 1 performance to start off their split. 28 minutes, pretty much on the dot. And what was a 16k gold lead. Impressive stuff, really solid laning from Fnatic, and a good transition of that early game lead into a solid and convincing win. Of course, best of 3, fearless. Giant X will have an opportunity to bounce back, to adapt in the best of 3, and we'll see. Backline kind of has to reposition. You've now also got your front line hitting themselves, and so I just think that the Nocturne doesn't quite fit as much as I would have liked.
Champions were changed around there before the timer reached at 0.
That I would advise against. And in your medical profession, I would imagine that you'd never or rarely see positive ones, as Razork sets his sights.
Flash, stun, seismic shove back, and that's beautiful from Fnatic. Well played by Razork to flash in with that shield vault, but it's just active on the map, because something you want to do on Taliyah is get out and roaming. I think that's why he's kind of been relegated to the bot lane, is to keep him a little bit safer, because he knows, well, there's only one gank path for anyone that wants to try and get towards me here. As Upset is able just to play through mid. Jackie's going in here. Paranoia coming out as well as they dive onto Mickey, who flashes the wall. Isma there with a flash chase, and they will get the kill. Razork, the one bailed out there by Mickey. Interesting decision there from, and he just jumps out as Jun jumps across. So all good so far.
Bit of swippy-swappying. Jun, though, you can't swippy-swappy out of this one.
Good. Stunned again. Handshake will pull him back. Paranoia again from the Nocturne as they dive onto that backline. There is a bailout available here. Isma needs to survive for long enough, and he does. In the end, he will fall, though, so it's a 2-for-1 exchange for Fnatic.
Bit of an overstay there from Jun, I feel. It seemed that he was disrespectful from Razork, interrupting a valiant top lane brawl.
Oh, Humanoid, Magnus Storm going in. Jackie's able to catch him out with the Shadowing Strike as well from Jun. Flash forward from Jackie's, knocks Humanoid back, and although Jackie's was knocked back with the seismic shove, he does get the shutdown. Giant X.
Highly recommend if you're ever doing a long drive.
I do the coffee into 20-minute now.
Oh.
Really solid. Emperor's Divide going to knock back here. Public Execution coming out as well. The flash forward from Isma. Look at the fear behind. Jun coming in from the side, and Oscar doesn't have any tools left in his toolkit to escape this wrench of a situation.
I mean, Isma's presence is definitely being felt in this second game. He's finding a lot of successful plays. He finds a good gank on the top side of the map. Fnatic desperately trying to cross map.
It's the first tower angle. And looking to try and take it early enough. Lot gets the flash out of Razork. Fnatic still collapsing here. 4 members strong. Lot's doing everything he can. Goes all out. Mickey takes the tower shot. Burst tower's going to fall in the top side. Secured by Giant X. Lot will go down. The bailout on Razork keeps him alive. But that was 0.5k gold lead. Are starting to push in and gain control over this river. Paranoia up in about 15 seconds time or so. Jun goes in, Mickey flashes away from the Magnustorm, handshakes him back and pulls him back into the team. Hostile takeover, only landing onto a couple, but Noah's one of them, so he'll put a couple of Gatling guns into the back of Lot. Fnatic still on the back foot slightly. They will get mid lane. Prio, Public Execution in into the seismic Sharper. Oscar in and finds his man and brings home the guillotine, and now Fnatic are on the chase. The Drake secured for them as well as Razork is going to take that. Lot has to flash the wall. The Weaver's wall out from Humanoid. He's going to be on the wrong side of dodge for a moment. Pulled back by Lot, almost to safety. A 1-for-1, the exchange. Oscar in and now between Isma, Noah, and a hard place that he can dash and dance his way back to safety. Fnatic will get their third Drake of the game and have actually got about 1,000 gold back out of that gold lead.
A scrappy team fight, largely dominated by some of these engages we're seeing as well. Getting caught out around where he was standing earlier, giving Fnatic 2 kills as well. And now again, he might be caught.
Jump over the wall, but the Weaver's wall is going to chase him. Has to flash into the Razor Peak pit. Dodges the seismic shove. Razork coming forward though with that stun, and in the end, Jun goes down. I agree with you, Reddy. Jun against his former teammates has had a struggle bus of a game. And a struggle bus of a series. Mickey's still flanking. Oh, a hostile takeover from here.
I mean, GX are just playing spectator right now.
Yeah, and look at how Humo is pushing mid, right? Like, he's already taken 1 tower out of this. He can look for more. Fnatic are just delaying and delaying and delaying and saying, okay, we'll take as much of your objectives as we can. The Paranoia coming in from Isma. They dive onto the Pantheon. Magnustorm from Jun onto 2, though, into the double knockback. Humanoid flashing away. Hostile takeover is going to connect only onto Jun. But Fnatic are able to get away from the engage. That's Magnustorm, Emperor's Divide, Paranoia all used. Fnatic walk out relatively unscathed.
GX try to force the issue. They engage onto Razork. The spell shield doesn't quite come quickly out enough for Isma, meaning he gets CC'd up, and now Fnatic with the TPs, double TPs, back on the objective.
Jackies doesn't even have TP, and he's just gone back to base. This is Hexol. Fnatic secure it, 25 minutes in. Giant X just a little too quick on the trigger. They were losing a lot, but like Paranoia was so
Giant X's vision.
I can tell you, that area is dark.
Yup.
Oh, now they know.
Now they definitely know.
But they're going for Baron. The question is, do they know the Humanoid? And, well, Razork's not there, but does have the Grand Starfall. So Giant X are going to go for the Baron. Their enemies have a false life. Humanoid is waiting around the corner here to see if perhaps he can find a pick. Upset's on his way across, as is Mickey. Obviously, Razork has Grand Starfall towards the bot lane originally.
They're going to get this.
They're looking for it. Paranoia coming out, looking for that smite. Secured by Isma. Weaver's wall in by Fnatic. Lot on the wrong side of the wall. Will be killed off the Baron empowered recall. Enough from Isma to escape. So, Giant X get out with the Baron. Fnatic have the Uttercon. They have that false life. Mickey's going way too deep here. Okay, Mickey. That was not fine at all, my friend. Couple of 100 gold goes over to Giant X. They upped the gold from previously. Noah. So it's an important thing for viewers who perhaps don't know the value of these souls. It's like, that's about a 5,000 gold lead because of the Hex soul. You get the slows, you can see Mickey able to be really aggressive with it. Too aggressive, one might say, and I think one would probably be correct. The bailout coming out, Paranoia from Isma kills off Mickey, but Mickey did buy enough time for the rest of Fnatic to collapse, and that means Jackie's is dead, and a lot of the wave clear now from Giant X has fallen away.
That is a good death,
yeah,
I will say. I think that he did a good job of trading his life for enemy mid laners. A lot of the wave clear now gone. They converted into another tower. The ultimate from Razork.
The Weaver's Wall, Grand Starfall, Magnustorm coming out as well. Upset was taking over the tower. Chain of Corruption going right down. Razork will fall back with the false life. Humanoid taking up a couple of tower shots himself as well. Jun could look for this. Doesn't have the flash. In the end, Fnatic really just from Isma. And Jun, who does have that Hex Flash. An issue, public execution there from Oscarinin, doesn't connect. That's one ultimate down. Seismic shove going out as well. Razork underneath the tower. Oscar trying to dive in. A great Emperor's Divide into the Magna Storm, and though with the Paranoia, immediately everyone flashes away. Isma looking for two as Humanoids chase down. Oscarinin already fallen as well. Giant X coming out on the right side of the trade. 3 for 2 so far in there, but Giant X will get the Elder. Fnatic weathered the Baron Storm well. Can they weather the next 2.5 minutes? Instead, they are hedging their bets and playing down towards this bottom side, trying to get something on the other side of the map. It's only Jun here to defend right now. Jackies does have TP. And he is back
Mickey's
towards the tower. As you say, Mickey's dead. And I believe you may be correct in your assertion, Betty. Isma will take the kill. 5-1 now on this Nocturne.
He is making it work, and now the Baron becomes an easy objective to play for. GX have swung this game around. A little bit of over-aggression from Fnatic ends up being punished massively. And with this objective, GX can really start to put pressure back onto Fnatic's side of the map. Fnatic, though, doing what they can on the bot side. Jackie's wisely providing wave clear, mitigating their options. Now, this is where you'll start to see GX's range really come to fruition. They've been poked at a lot by Upset, by Humanoid.
He's got his Rabadon's death cap complete on this Azir. The scaling very much has come out for Giant X. Paranoia used Handshake on Noah. Magna Storm in. Upset has to flash away. Public execution from Oscarinin. He'll tick down, but won't quite fall. A hostile takeover hits on 3. Oscarinin goes down into the bailout, though. Lot keeping Razork busy. Humanoid looking for the damage from the side, and Humanoid will get the shutdown. There's 2 more just waiting for him. Razork kills off Lot, and now Humanoid can chase further forward. The Weaver's Wall Shattering Strike from Jun will save his jungler, but Fnatic with the TP to the side with Humanoid coming in are able to turn the fight on its head.
What? They're setting their sights on GX's Nexus as they secure their first inhibitor. There's only Isra alive for now.
He has the Paranoia up in 2 seconds time, but immediately he's jumped up, flashes away. Will pop the Paranoia. The wave's still there, though. He dives back in and immediately gets put into the GA. We'll get the fear onto Mickey, but the Nexus towers are going to fall, though. And Giant X from the brink of victory. They have clutched defeat. Fnatic knocking on the Nexus. Oscarinin here to join the party. Lot, Jun, and Noah trying to defend, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to. Look at the healing on Razork through the Sundered Sky. Jackie's has to flash away. Fnatic all quite low, though. Forcing Noah back. A couple more autos on the Nexus will be enough. And Upset has his eyes on the prize. A 2-0 for Fnatic as they start off spring in winning ways.
Game 2 got very messy very quickly, but a huge teamfight win from the over-aggression of GX allows them to close the series out. Frustrated face on the side of Jackie's, as he should be. They were in a winning spot after holding the line for long enough. Elder Baron. Frustrating situation to be in for GX, but a huge win for Fnatic, as you rightly said, Menix.
Engage and pick with Hash, and then immediate just go buttons with all the other ultimates that are on the team to make sure that we can set up for a strong team fight. Whereas on Heretics, it's kind of a, hey, we want to absorb that. He's going to be very skeptical, and no one on Heretics is in the position to help him here.
He's also not taking Grasp or Concrete. He's got Electrocute, so there's no sustain in the runes. The dive begins, and up against the wall, Carlton has no chance, but Malrang won't burn a thing. Instead, just accepts he's going to die because he knows that minion wave is kaput.
It couldn't get back out from bot, so it's kind of just a case of that kill making the difference for Malrang and Adam having that extra little bit of CS lead.
No, I love
Adam is getting more and more of this plate gold as well. Malrang now top, and
if
Jay was on the opposite side.
Dagda, I'm worried. I mean, up against the wall, we're once again repeating history, but this time with ultis, the burst on the Carlton, 1 auto, and Adam finds it. There's going to be another minion wave crashing in short.
It's only coming across now as Malrang looking for the play.
Thinking about how he ults in, a smite to get the steal, the arrow to set up, and Rogue to jump in, execute an easy engage, but the flash away from Sten, build some space, set up with the Fate Sealed is enough. Even with the Impale from Show in the end, that won't counter the play. Set up from Rogue is nice, and it's a cheat. We're continuously diving the lane that has no thought in this game. Carlson right now with his flash belt might have to pop the ult. He does so first, but he's knocked up into the air, down to the ground, and all round Carlson will die to execute, but still loses another wave. 50 CS behind his counterpart. now as well, benefit to Larson.
Yeah, Malrang has just been doing this every time Sheo's on the bottom side of the map, so there's no answer. But now Camilo and Sheo want to find something.
Well, Silence will help that out. Camilo has also got the help of his jungler. Adam pops the ulti, gets out, and this would be a disaster.
And now you've separated the Ashe from the mid lane turret. And Heretic should have a numbers advantage.
Well, Patrick can still impact. I mean, he's foregoing mid completely as a Herald gets charged, we mentioned.
Carson hasn't TP'd. Oh, he's late there.
He's coming in late. Patrick's still not in the fight. No front-to-back situation. It's the poke, sets out the arrow from afar, but they know where he is. Not engaged in the fight. It might be bad. It's between well from Adam, though. Sets up quite nicely. Execute with the setup, too. I keep talking about the setup, but where's the go in? From over the wall, Execute pops his ulti and tagged up. No fight. We just look at each other.
But Heretics are delighted with that. Just to cause more pressure on the map. So Adam, gonna look to see if he can get him.
Oh, does set him up quite nicely. The damage, is it going to be enough? Well, maybe. I mean, Malrang's going to pop the ulti. One rotation there. Impale interrupts the Aurora. 4 members should be enough from Rogue, but Team Heretics, their jungler, taking a while to die. Eventually does so. At least he got a hard still stack eventually, but there's a quick kill for the turret on their own. And Rogue are going to start it off at the very least, but patience. You know, wear thin. Malrang sits them back a bit, and Team Heretics are playing mega slow ball to this. Good little scream as Camilo tries to delay. Some damage taken against him, but Execute now isolated. Arrow sent out. Rogue committing. All in for nothing in Larson. Great engage as the Aurora sinks and swims, and now for Rogue, they're getting poked out. Camilo's still alive, but you sit in the back line. Larson now needs to be the damage dealer, but a great ulti. Carlson flies in, but his team is already disengaged. I'm complimenting, but I think I should be criticizing.
It's the percentage health damage of your target is insane. But Sten gonna spot out there's multiple members here.
Arrow does connect. It's in melee range though, but the Aurora follow-up is beautiful. Rogue pressing the buttons, but no kill yet onto Flack. It takes a little bit of a while, but as the Impale goes down, the ult from Sten and set up from the Ambassador helps clean, but Malrang somehow still alive. He burnt down for quite a while. Sheo will get the shutdown in a very fast way. 5 members get River first for Team Heretics. This is Sol. And Malrang knows it best, but now he's caught out. He has to queue over the wall, but he's interrupted. Flashes out too, and Team Heretics Soldiers going through eventuality. So Rogue picked the fight on the left-hand side, and Flack is caught out. Sten might be as well between World from Adam, setting up nicely the Impale for the return kill, but Rogue are in a 5 versus 3, and they like those odds. Shao gets knocked up. Nowhere near will you go to my man Malrang. A double kill over, and Rogue, when they think about options in the pit going wrong, they look left and see a pot of gold with Blackett and Sten.
There is no world aside. Patrick kind of catching Heretics in transition, and they all fall down. It's been a disaster for Flackett. Like, I can understand where the barrier is coming from. It's like, hey, there's so much backline access with the Vi, the Yone, the Aurora as well, but not having cleanse and no priority on towards it. But they are looking at the Eragon.
Now I'm going to have a crack at something else, that's right. So that as they begin, Sheo needs a mighty steal here. Remember, it is the floral kind, so you can pick some up for your partner, but only if you can sneak in and maybe get them for free off the floor. Don't tell your wife that. Is 6k, 5k, 4k. No one wants flowers off the floor, Dacta, but you're not going to find them. Instead, you're going to find a fight. Aurora between Wealth sets up nicely, and look, Rogue press the go button, now playing in front to back. It's a 1-for-1 so far as Rogue get a little bit low and Execute. The ulti's not going to save his life. Again, Rogue set up the fight, but I thought it was going to be better than that. Well, this is a strange game.
Heretics have more damage in the tank. This is kind of where that composition comes alive. It absorbs so much of that pressure and prevents the follow-up. But now Rogue, when they keep going, Carlson matching at him.
Here we get poked out. Electrocute helps out a little bit, but Rogue, they've got to run up to the Eragon. It's going to be taken away right in front of them. Malrang with a steal potentially, but Team Heretics, they're on top of this. Nice arrow. Eragon goes down. Team Heretics on. If Team Heretics can get Ocean Dragon number 4, then they are not just cheering, they get the extra 25.
Oh, here we go.
Excuse me, the ult sets up. The arrow brings it back into fruition. Blackett isn't dead yet, though, until Adam jumps in under turret. Miller comes in with the TP. Under turret, they're going to take it down. That's Rogue doing the damage. Sheo, a 2-man Impale. Execute pops the ulti. An all-in. A wombo set up, but for Rogue, the damage is not flying fast enough from Patrick. I cannot make heads or tails. Dagda Flackett Z executes to support Ashe this game. Is Teleport going to be channeled. Team Heretics 5 members in front. They want the soul. They want it now. Malrang for the steal behind the pit. 5k, 4k, 3k. Steal territory. No way. Not against the Cho'Gath. That's what you think, and that's what you know. Ocean Soul's now picked up for Team Heretics. This 5v5 should be theirs, and Flacken going golden, buys some time. Rogue need to get the hell out of there because no one's dying. Larson for the back of pit, runs through his life. Carlson says, finally, it's my game to play. He's been behind 4,000 gold in this single game one. And Team Heretics, some way, bring themselves back. The Ocean Soul in their back pocket and that gold lead meaningless now that they take a grasp of this game.
Fool me 4 times, shame on you, but fool me 5 and Flacken will not go down. Rogue burned everything trying to kill him, and he just goes golden. Says, no, not going to happen this time. And it means now they can actually start to crack open the base, and I think this might be the game.
I mean, they can end. They've got an Ocean Soul plus 25%. Means the Team Heretics, from such a big gold deficit, are now running onto the Nexus turrets. Number 1 will drop, and Patrick, look at his damage. How meaningful is it? Camilo may as well be a hardcore tank at this point as well, taking next to no damage. Patrick is an Ash with no mobility. Shea will keep him away. The Nexus Bear and Rogue had us in the first, second, maybe the third half, but not the fourth half. Heretics win game 1.
That game was bedlam. And every time you thought they had us fooled, but I mean, we're going to toss it over to a break after that one because I need a second.
That was bedlam, and it wasn't. Have a good time for the break. Woo! Insane at the moment. I know it's been talked about a little bit before. I know, again, we saw it earlier today. Insane in solo queue, but so far in the LEC today, because we got it from Lot. Yes. I have done my homework for today.
Oh, Carlson.
He is getting pinched out. Good dredge line here from Execute. Root not going to come down. Counter-Strike is the start. Carlson trying to hold on to his flash, but I don't think he can. He's going to have to burn it. Ignite comes down and executes Ignite for Carlson.
This is what we kind of said for a lot of that all-in at level 6. You do kind of need something that isn't flash for the Gwen. Something like the Exhaust to try and help extend the trade, or the Ignite to try and win out on it. You can see without that. Going to get locked up, but Execute here to support here. Extend. Just moving off to the shadows, but not going to be too much.
Dredge line, though, is good, but for Execute, I don't know if he wanted to take that. First blood goes over to Team Heretics. Execute looked nice, but it was just Larson there.
I don't think he realized that Shea was coming in behind. Actually, Larson moving back down towards his bot side to catch the wave means they will get a chance.
Carlson going all in, though. W going to be used. Good stun up as well. Flashes from the needlework. The snip comes down. The needle's still hit, but Adam, as he flashes up, is going to get popped. Carlson with the solo kill, and Red might look strong. Proactivity, but here in this game, a couple of mistakes, a couple of individual errors. And Heretics...
I mean, the lore is literally in the client.
Oh, it's Mordekaiser or something.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not going to lie. Oh, I just skipped it.
Okay, well, no, you might have to. Adam's in trouble. He's already flashed away, but he's rooted up, and everyone's on top of him. Carlson makes it so easy. Second kill for him, and right in front of Eragon. That's an point, and also noticing teleport going to be channeled to mid.
Camilo very nervous about Rogue moving down with the hook.
The hook is there. There's the pick off as well. Stender's going to find an easy charm. Execute is just dead. Malrang as well has to flash away from the counter-strike. Rogue are now stuck with 4, and their primary engage is down.
Execute ends up going in, but you hadn't even got the resets from Rogue finished yet. Adam was still trying to make his way out of base, and now Heretics, they're demanding control over Dragon.
They're going to lose Soul.
And mid lane turret.
Carlson's almost going to get mid. He might die for it. No, Patrick can't follow this. Weaver's Wolf can, though, and Carlson gets a demand of 3 people. Flash away. Adam, seismic shove, and Malrang. Meanwhile, he's dead to Camilo. Rouge are doing nothing. They're just... And Hextech Soul! Moving in. Waiting. He's on a ward, though. That's the only benefit right now for Rogue. Maybe setting up for a pick to get their first kill of this game, but they're on a ward themselves. Execute walking through. He's going to flash. Camilo uses it as a bait, but for now, the poke is still there. First kill. Rogue finds something. Larson had to flash again. Ro loves using his flashes. Execute is just on the wrong side of dodge. He's now dead, so it ends up being a trade. I can't talk positively about them, as with the Glacial Prison, Malrang drops as well. Baron's up in 20 seconds. Atakan's there again. Team Heretics are just free shopping.
Rogue at least tried the Hail Mary, looking for maybe something, but Heretics are already just too far ahead of mid lane turret for this. So I think you still have a chance here as Rogue to try and defend a Baron play, but it's looking grim.
And so when you foundationalize what Team Heretics have done in this game, you're looking at only good things. Now, Baron is just being taken by a 2-man from Camilo, from Shea, going to be spotted out. This might give it a little bit of an opportunity to Rogue. Maybe Dagda.
Maybe, but yeah, they're just going to turn and burn on towards Rogue as they try and enter here.
And they have no vision, so they don't know that it's actually been stopped. Execute's dead in an instant. Larson with a good ulti, but Carlson is zoning out 3 people. Seismic shove, but Carlson has a GA and he's taking no damage. 2 dead. And while Rogue go to check in the end, now Baron's definitely gone.
Yeah, Heretics just wanting to prove that Winter Split, that bout was just a once off.
Yeah.
Well, Camilo needs a little bit of help.
Getting a flash on. I mean, for Adam, fair play. He's going to go into GA, Stend as well. Team Heretics, 2 of their members stick around while Baron is going to be done. True Shot Barrage can attack Dagda. They are low.
Yeah, you have to get that TP from Camilo in here as soon as he gets up, but still, no jungler.
They get the smite. Okay, they got the smite. Team Heretics now look for the play. Adam gets flashed on him. Plucket is just playing with them. You'd think, oh, no, they're going to throw a Baron. They can't. Rogue find nothing. 12-1 Baron. And only 2 GAs taken.
Happen. And it's once you get the slow off and the needlework, you can actually make some stuff happen, but Heretics, they just bring it back. They're too far ahead. Now, Malrang gets the flash.
Does indeed, as the ulti gets sent out. Carlson pops down another turret, and you can see the Red Bull Baron power play is going to start compiling. Sherry does have to flash away, though, but Carlson is going to spin to literally win, and Adam runs in, just about to die. True Shot Barrage with Hextech Soul. Yucky. Carlson goes golden to save his life as the poke is coming through. Left and right, Camilo does it as well. 4 kills on this mid, and they're going to run into the base. They're breaking the sound barrier, literally. Team Heretics with a minion wave behind them, too. We're just trying to end the game. They're sick of this. They got dinner plans stacked up.
Well, it looks like they're eating up Rogue as they start to move over towards that middle wave as well. The tower soon to fall. Sheo a little unhealthy, but still kicking.
Blackett is just diving underneath this last Nexus turret. Nexus spare, 1 more kill to add to the mix. Team Heretics, game 1 might have been close. This huge comeback, but game 2 was a sleeper. They put Rogue to bed 2-0 to open up the LEC Spring.
A confident win from Heretics in that second game. There was none of that early pressure coming through from Rogue. Malrang looking way more hindered, not having that kind of tank engaged jungler, and from that, Carlson getting a much easier time to actually be a bit of a nuisance in this game, and Heretics overall to take over.
I mean, Carlson had a you know, like even that Ambessa game came back
strong in the current meta. The rest of the composition kind of stock standard, even from what we were seeing in an era with lane swaps. Alistair now the response to Rel. So while top lane feels like, oh, it could be this crazy. Maybe a bit more action here on the bottom side. Yo-Yo on the way in. Skewmon ready to cover with the red buff. Caps free stacking that Q. Q3 will be big here. Yo-Yo now in trouble. Force 2 flash out. Follow up now coming in from Caps. He should be able to snap back and finish it, but the shield is there just in time for Yo-Yo. A little bit more damage coming in bot lane. Stun fall. Nice interrupt from Alvaro, but he punts back and forth the flash away. Flash forward. The ignite. 1 more. Otto's gonna do it. First blood to LeBron.
And that is the G2 bot lane we've been hoping for. Finally, without the lane swaps, they're able to show why they're such a good bot lane. And 2v2 kill MKOI's bot lane.
Very well played. Ultimately, action in the mid lane. Not a lot happening other than trades of something. Another camp to trade. But of course, not all 3 grubs going to MKOI. 1 was taken away. Skewmon getting another thing. And he's already level 6, so potential threat of a dive here.
To be able to farm, because if he doesn't, then Mirwin can just keep poking him out. But Leo is behind.
Downside is if the Skarner gets involved. Quick flash out, slowed. Root now comes in. Mirwin, does he have the follow-up damage to take down Broken Blade? Alvaro here as well. Surely the Gwen will fall. Knocked back. Mirwin to finish it.
I believe that will be Grub's
Niche.
Yeah.
1 up.
It's going to be 2 Drakes going over to G2 though, and Hansama. The rest of the team wants to cross map bot side.
Powered blast cone.
Wants to try to protect Broken Blade a bit.
Caps now chasing. Knockback is good. Arcane smash into the ulti. Quick shutdown.
And that is the punishment of blowing that flash earlier from Broken Blade. Mirwin gets caught, no way out, and it's a beautiful cross map from G2. Definitely plays the cross maps and how well G2 has played around Caps, and he's also shoving in his own right.
Pretty yeah. I mean, we've been watching this since Worlds last year.
Ooh, Caps looking for a solo bolo here.
Caps looks like he might find a solo bolo here. Freeze frame, Jojo Bune going gold and dashing over. Gets a little bit tricky with it. They will manage to survive. Broken Blade now trying to chase. Mirwin bringing out the ulti. The blast cone not too effective, but 1 more stack. The Q's in. Mirwin holding on. dashes back with the weirding. Here comes Elyoya. Probably can't get anything, but looks menacing. Saves his top lane.
And it's the fancy feat of MKOI solo laners here that allow both Jojo and
Yon good, fun, interactive. This is the point, though. Again, he crosses level 13, 1.5 to 2 items. It's so impossible to play. Jojo just has to run. His tower does not protect him, and G2 at the same time are starting the objective. Gwen on the way in, 4K getting lower. This might end up being a little bit of a flip.
TP.
Broken Blade off to the side, 3K. Can't afford to let it get too lower. It'll be the 50-50, but there's LeBron finding the engage. Caps now ready to follow. Where's the ulti gonna go? Quick lock it now coming out. Caps trying to find a way and needs to get the Q3 stack. Alvaro in trouble. Will just get instantly cut down. Q3 there for Caps as well. Skewmon, sights set. The Otacon, Elyoya not in fast enough. Caps the Q3. Can commit. G2, how far do they want to go? The Sun Disc is there. They're still entertaining the idea. Broken Blade stepping up, uses the mist. Jojo Pure trying to run. Skewmon, nice knockback, the instant follow-up. It's a slaughter. MKOI in a single fight lose so much.
G2 are getting everything. They get the Otacon and they can chase for every single 1v1, every single fight. He wants so much. It's beautiful to see.
Broken Blade still chasing, shifting sands over the walls. Elyoya now the one who's been caught. Broken Blade not hesitating to immediately ult. A little less damage after the changes, but Hansama now there to follow. First kill coming through. Supa just running from the Gwen, but there's no getting away. The skip and slash is back up. Maybe the flash of the wall is going to take him there. Ian, but he's just withdrawing. Just a bit of extra pocket money.
And it feels so bad for MKOI. They try their hardest, but despite it all, they're going to lose the tier 2 top. They're going to lose 2 in the fight. And because G2 can just start Nash.
You talk about scaling and the power that like Nazir could have. Now there's a massive gold deficit, so that's one part of it, but every time Caps trades ultis with Jojo, he's trading up.
This Nash is gone.
Qmon using the ulti to zone them away. Lebrov ready to follow. Q-stun just taking a bit of time, not sure if he wants to keep pushing. Caps at least going to use this minion. Q3 in. This was a bit over-eager, okay.
It's a 3-level lead.
Is that a caster curse? Nope. Because
yeah, Caps is just having fun.
3-level lead. Game 1, looking a little bit cooked. It is luckily a best of 3. MKOI will be able to go back to the drawing board. Might be able to find Broken Blade here. A lot of CC there. Does it stop Gwen? They've outscaled. Now they have no damage. Gwen healing everything. Broken Blade with more health than he started with. Jojo Pune finally getting involved in the fight. Maybe it's enough, but now all of G2 have arrived. Caps stacking his Q off to the side, but Hansama auto that minion, so he doesn't have a Q3. Luckily, they're hilariously far ahead, so it will not matter, but as someone who's played Yone, that would be very annoying.
It's a slaughter for G2. These solo laners are just so damn strong. BB, he can 1v3. Caps, he can 1v3. And MKOI have nothing to stop it as the Brovin gets onto Jojo.
Jojo finally has design, just immediately has to use it. Mirwin in his first team fight where he's allowed to get involved. And only manages to chunk out Lebrov. Does sidestep, flashing away, getting away from Skewmon, but G2 and Caps just continuing the siege. Broken Blade already in the bottom lane with another wave ready to go. MKOI cannot defend all of these towers.
I do believe G2 will have to base here. Although BB is just looking to go for more with the support of Caps. And I think they can 2v4.
Mirwin has no ult. I think you're right that they can 2v4. Now, Perma CC might make the difference, but again, Elyoya ulted earlier, so Broken Blade just keeps going.
Gwen is immune, baby.
2v4!
Gwen is immune.
2v4! Okay! Yone, strong champs, we've learned firsthand. Strong pilots, no doubt. MKOI, infuriating. Again, at this point, they're at a 12K gold deficit. There's nothing they could have done. And certainly not against Yone and Gwen. G2 ready to end. It is a best of 3. MKOI will have the chance to fire back, but they're certainly being sent back to the drawing board. G2, first win of the season, knocking MKOI down.
Caps looks so damn good right now. I'm loving this glow up for him, and I'm super excited to see a more aggressive side laning Caps throughout the split.
Look, awesome game 1, game 2 right around the corner. We're going to head to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. More League of Legends right after this.
With the set locked in, if you don't have flash in a team fight, you might think the Sejuani is blocking for you, but he's just setting that set up.
Easy peasy. Elyoya wants to get something done here.
They want to try to cheese here since LeBron held the wave.
Okay, MKOI classic on the flash pay. Are they ready for it? The answer is no. Q flash coming in from Elyoya. First blood there for MKOI.
That's a clean cheese here. They bait.
No, Elyoya already has the setup on the top side. Recalls for Hansama now. Won't be in time for the grubs. Instead, they're going to stick around bot lane and just try to pressure. Gwen's still there.
Take me home.
Country roads. Okay, Supa, can he get fancy? Ignite to kick things off to make sure that he's taking aggro. LeBron tanking, happy to give his life in the 1-for-1. Still a positive deal. So much CS lost.
It feels terrible for Supa here. See his DPS this game. He's gonna go crazy.
That's some nerdy 80 carry stuff, but I'm excited that you're excited.
Nice.
That's what matters. We did see upset build earlier today too on the Xayah, which I like.
Yeah, but it was nice.
Everyone's going all in. Ooh, good flash from Brokenblade. Nice reaction speed. Mirwin needing to back up now, but the ulti in the flash to the side. Brokenblade won't be able to get the 2-for-1 special as Elyoya finds the stun, does not stop the haymaker, but in goes Alvaro. He's still up! Elyoya's still living! There's no damage left for LeBron! MKOI outplaying the exchange! Jojopyun here just in time. Pick up a kill for himself.
Alvaro's a miracle worker here. He's able to save.
That means they take a tower. They'll be able to grab the feet, which is really big for Varus again. Likely to build the Swift March.
Alvaro
caught here, level 5. Good initial dash back. Elyoya dashing out. Jojopyun taking a bit of time. Marked up. Does still not have the minefield. No Unraveled Earth makes this a little bit harder. Flash commit for Caps. Level 9 there for Jojopyun trying to hold on. Good flick back. Good follow. Supa here as well. A good ulti could change everything. And now the Zin's in trouble. MKOI once again turning G2. Getting
God!
Elyoya with a double, and now it's Hansama all on his lonesome. Going to flash away from a very public execution.
And MKOI are just... Can Lebrov bounce back? Because we've seen that he... Oh, maybe Elyoya might be in trouble here.
They spot him. Q in. Should just be a quick kill here. Nice way to kick things off. Elyoya did not think he was on vision. They knew exactly where he was.
Well, Lebrov can bounce back, I suppose.
Well, thrown at LeBron.
Yeah.
Both of those players, while this game, in the grand scheme of things, not the biggest deal, I think for both of them, this split is so much more about showing what they can do, showing that they can be the reason for their team wins in those clutch moments.
Yeah, and for me, one of the interesting things... Oh, might have a fight here.
Rob marked up. Alvaro debating if he wants to chase. Good knock up there. Follow through good as well. Alvaro just continuously CC'd.
Set TP behind.
Walk away thus far. Supa already used ulti. Now has used Ghost Blade as well. Broken Blade ready to go. Charm from Alvaro is good. Knock up from Alvaro is good. Saving his support life. But G2 will still grab 2.
Caps just solo killed Jojo on bot. Further in. And that way, when a set TP comes through, they're able to actually just run them down.
Was a good look. Next objective now getting started. Flip back onto Skewman, an excellent start. Still has the ulti. Supa losing a bit of damage there, but we'll finish the kill. 3 grubs, all 6 grubs in the end. Likely to go over to MKOI. TP in.
Caps TPing behind, has a flank.
In mid lane, spotted by a bit of vision there, so they'll know he's coming, but Supa's really low. LeBron flash in. Hook managing to connect on that key target. Supa now forced to flash out using an ulti of his own. Jojopyun laying down some consistent damage. Great far assault coming in.
Mirwin?
G2 can knock it away, and finally the MS is coming into the fight. Ulti goes out, but Mirwin was unstoppable. His show not getting stopped today. MKOI finding another fight, but Broken Blade trying to get fancy with it. Oh, the W flash! Wanting a bit more, but it will just be the 1-for-1 in that exchange.
My goodness, and every single fight starts out looking so good for G2, but then MKOI are able to bait them in, turn it around, and with the help of Jojo and Mirwin, they're able to... You can play fights much slower. We've seen Caps play thus far. It's gonna be Jojo picking up the... Oh, BB!
Ulti back. Unstoppable now going in. Gonna get caught. Doesn't get hit either. Broken Blade gonna be the one in trouble. Backstep is decent, but he loses his life.
Mirwin is stalling on him. Flash him backwards with the public execution in front.
Just now respawning. The good news, a member with TP, but the Drake is already gone. MKOI not gonna overcommit for an Otacon here.
Now I question
on who? Broken Blade potentially ready to fight things. Just wants Elyoya to line up for the play. The charm is in, but Mirwin gonna be the one to kick off things first. The knockback on Alvaro's huge. He uses this as a highway just to get to the back line, but Broken Blade almost able to find that kill. Locket coming in clutch. Q over the wall from Supa does a bit of damage. The G2 were forced away a little bit too far. They've been learning after every single exchange that MKOI just have more.
This Runa's Otacon feels great when you already have 2 Hextech Drink.
Ward behind as well, doing a lot of work. His Caps is now on the flank. No vision in the brush means he has to be careful. Jojopyun stepping in. Skewmon getting the fight kicked off. Ulti going in from Broken Blade. Exactly what he was waiting for. Supa now split from the rest of the team. Good Q over the wall, but Caps is standing on the side. Mirwin needs to make the difference. He finds 1. He finds 2. Mirwin needs to keep this train going. Jojopyun Carry threats on both sides. Skumon now running. Hansama already deleted MKOI.
Super.
Good angle. Pullback isn't going to get there. The Facebreaker not connecting. Broken Blade trying to get a bit of work done. A little bit more damage. Maybe the Haymaker will not connect. Flash committed the charm. Caps finding another. Jojo Puna Mirwin chasing. Broken Blade not going to be able to escape. Double kill coming through. There might not be a smite, but MKOI are going to get the soul.
And MKOI will take
The fear. The situation that MKOI are very excited about. Getting G2 to fight into this choke point. TP now coming in. That's going to be Caps. Broken Blade recalling first.
Oh, good wall by Jojo here.
4K. MKOI, do they want to risk the 50-50? Wall good. 3K, they don't want to get it lower. They'd rather have the 5v5. Nice ulti coming in from BB. There's the Haymaker. Huge damage on the Supa, but not quite the true damage. Caps getting lower and lower.
Mirwin?
But Mirwin does so much damage. Hansama gone. In the blink of an eye, it started well. The perfect settle, but it wasn't enough. Caps running for the hills. TP's mid lane. They don't even need the Baron. They'd rather have the game.
And that's going to be game for MKOI here. It's a beautiful team fight from Mirwin. BB with a hero play, a great settle, but this Abessa is just so broken. She's taking down every single G2 member, 1v4. She doesn't care, and that is going to be the Nexus going over to MKOI.
6-0-6 for Mirwin. The counter pick in the previous game was good in lane, but this one good across the entire game. 37 minutes in, 21-8, 5K lead for MKOI as we go to match point. This first best of 3 between these two teams.
And how happy I am to see us going to game 3 between these two teams. This series is really delivering.
And this is where Fearless gets real, you know? Game 3 is where it gets hype. We'll see what the drafts look like and what the desk has to say after we toss to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. More context. Very interesting Game 3 draft. We thought Game 3 was being exciting. This is not what I had on the radar. For MKOI, I think an ice. Now look up for the gank that you mentioned earlier.
Oh no, they're not aware, I think.
Level 3 gank. Mundo just spotted it. Just now, they get the information, but it's too late. Hansama no flash, about to get taken down. One more auto, gonna seal the deal. Supa burning, but he gets that extra bit of health back. Gust of blows proc, but Supa's gonna be able to push this wave out. Disaster for G2 Esports in those first 2 levels.
This Mundo is now generating a pretty big CS lead, and it's actually up a full level on the Syra. And he might even be able
level
to dive
6,
Mirwin
well
here.
timed. Mirwin, does he try to go back for a level 6 of his own? The answer is yes, trying to sidestep, but should just go down here.
It's clean. Great pickup here from G2, great salvage. They're able to utilize the fact that Elioya is stuck on bot side. They are going over to the side of G2, a trade that they have made not just once in this series. Oh, but Elioya? Not quite. Oh, Alvaro flashing in.
Middle. Caps flashing out. Skumon retreating. Drake secured. Top lane tower being pressured. One creep game. It's not really his fault. It's just the champion in the context of the enemy team, but he does not get to do anything proactively. Skumon, though, in trouble now. Forced to flash out. You're getting chunked, and MKOI trying to take some control of the bottom side. Should be first, but there's not much of a wave if they want to push that bot lane tier 1. Broken Blade on the chase.
Fight this, Elioya no flash.
Huge chunk there. It's a bit of health back.
The thing is that LeBron is hitting tower. It's Broken Blade that's going to be taking this bot tower.
Ulti. Caps, no flash. Lock up there. Gravity field to get a bit more space, but Caps will go down. Or will he? The plant still hitting. Surely there's no way. Mirwin flashing in. Will get him a bit sloppy there from the side of Koi. Don't think they needed to give up that flash, but wanted to try to get the kill to Elioya. Break mid lane tower. The price to start this Drake is at least 1 wave of creeps, about 300, 400 gold. A tower, another couple hundred. And probably a second wave based on how that wave looks on the mini-map. MKOI consistently trading down.
With the trap wall here, of course he can't really enter. Ram is going to walk, but the tower's already gone.
Alvaro chunk, Broken Blade rage stacking. MKOI, this is not a good fight.
Mirwin and Supa are super split here.
Have to respect the Narbar stacking.
It's half HP. I think they might just have to give the Atakan. Oh, G2 seem to be willing to drop it here, maybe due to the Sion moving all the way. They want to let Broken Blade just push out this bot. Oh, Jojo looking for something here, but Elioya and Jojo are very deep here.
Elioya in trouble flashing back on the end of the ulti, and Skumon looking pretty unkillable now. Mirwin on the way into the fight. BB TPing
LeBron!
LeBron! What a start! Instantly taken down. Finally, Supa's going to arrive to the fight, but he's only able to hit the clone. Chaos Storm is there. Caps off to the side. Broken Blade hasn't even gotten started yet. Now, finally, it's the 5v5. Broken Blade on the chase. Mega about to come through. One kill already down there, splitting up. So he has to pick who he wants to take out. The answer is JoJo. It's an ace in the hole. Not quite an ace for the team yet. It looks like it will be. Supa about to fall. The Cleaver gets the job done. Otacon next for G2.
And it's an ace for G2, and my goodness, what a redemption arc for LeBron. A beautiful Nico ult to set up this fight and secure the Otacon for G2.
Discipline, patience to wait for it, to punish. And that feels like the last little Hail Mary.
As well, and the Otacon buff. It just gets so difficult for MKOI.
Yeah. Look, for the draft, you know, set him up well.
True.
That concept doesn't translate to chess very well.
MKOI drafted only pawns.
Yeah, MKOI drafted only pawns, G2. Woo! Drafted a lot of queens. A lot of kills coming in.
That might just be the Nash for G2 here. Lewis did for 40 seconds.
G2 can definitely start it without fear of flipping.
And Hasamo can put up a cute little trap line here to deny them accessing.
Cozy.
Looks like JoJo just wants to keep pushing both. I think MKOI are just going to give this. They can't walk in.
They cannot. Broken Blade is not even worried about the 2v1. Wants to just stick around to make sure that they don't give up any objective bounties.
This is tough. Maybe they can try to get this mid tower, but Broken Blade is playing really well here. This 1v2 and able to clear the way. Oh yeah, it's ours. Now, I guess if we find a pick here, if we get a Sion ulti, you know, we need to do something.
Yep. I mean, that Sion ulti was about to come out. Caps gets poked, but LeBron finds the root. Ace in the whole follow-up. Body block comes in from Mirwin. Elyoyo just getting chunked, though. Nice bit of saving, but Skewmon is just unstoppable. Spell immune. Supa not doing enough damage. Somebody kill this Mundo! He's too rich. Broken Blade falling. No, backwards. Clean combo. Last-ditch effort from MKOI. G2 dominating this game 3.
And G2 finish what felt inevitable as they ace MKOI and they take down MKOI in this game 3, 2-1 to G2.
Hell of a start to the season, hell of a game 2 from KOI, but ultimately G2 come out on top.
G2 looking good.
Yeah, nearly a flawless finish to that game. Bit of a dippy in the draft department, it's safe to say, but the execution also on point. Of course, at home, you're wondering what you want to do with yourself? Vote for your Kia player of the series on X. Broken Blade, Skewmon, Hansama, all good options.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I really like how BB played, but at the same time, Skewmon was also unkillable. True. And Hansama played very well in the Caitlyn. All good options. I'd even say Caps was a good option. Even LeBron with the Nico game. All of G2 kind of showed up
the
there.
whole series, dude. That's